Before we unveil this crazy story, make sure to like and subscribe. This moment in a tunnel in Mexico, this is a story about a prison escape too, actually. And the man at the center of it all. Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán, a short, Robin Hood-like figure to some who built a massive drug empire as head of the Sinaloa Cartel. He grew up poor in the mountains of northern Mexico, proved a master of logistics, and turned tunnels, hundreds of them, into arteries for moving drugs under the U.S.-Mexico border. But the tunnels would become more than smuggling routes. They would become his signature escape plan. In 2001, after years inside a supposedly high-security Mexican prison, El Chapo used the most old-school tactic you can imagine: bribery to turn guards to his side. One night, a corrupt laundry worker rolled in with a cart of dirty uniforms. Security cameras went dark. El Chapo climbed in. Doors opened as if by magic. A final guard barely checked the car. By the time dawn broke, El Chapo was gone, riding out in the trunk of a Chevy Monte Carlo. That was the warm-up. The second escape would be an engineering feat. For the next 13 years, while Mexico's drug war intensified, El Chapo's empire expanded. He built more tunnels, sophisticated passages with lighting and ventilation, and even rigged his safe houses with trapdoors and escape routes. Law enforcement finally caught him in 2014 after he slipped away through a bathtub tunnel in Culiacán, but the capture stuck. He landed in a maximum security prison with everything: multiple reinforced walls, watchtowers, a no-fly zone, cell phone jammers, ground sensors, 750 cameras, and 26 checkpoints to reach the inner areas. His tiny cell had its own camera, watching every move except for a small privacy wall around the shower. That detail mattered. Meanwhile, a kilometer away, workers quietly bought a plot of land and began digging. A small cinder block shed appeared, nothing unusual. Underneath, specialists sank 7 meters down, then tunneled horizontally toward the prison for about a kilometer. They installed lighting, ventilation, and rails in the floor. A motorcycle, rigged to those rails, became a rail car. They missed the right spot once, then tried again. Under the cell, only a thin layer of concrete separated the earth from El Chapo's shower. The margin for error was tiny, and reports about how they aimed possibly with inside help remain murky. But the tunnel met its mark. Quick question for you. Was this escape even possible without widespread corruption? Or was the tunnel itself the true mastermind move? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk about whether this was logistics genius, inside help, or both. On a July evening in 2015, at 8:52 p.m., El Chapo paced in his cell, then slipped behind the shower's privacy wall. He vanished through a square opening, down a ladder, and into the lit tunnel where a trusted relative waited. They mounted the motorcycle on rails and sped through the darkness. Minutes later, they surfaced beneath the shed, crossed rough terrain to a warehouse, and boarded a small plane flown by a trusted pilot. Back at the prison, it took 37 minutes to realize he was gone. Soon after, he mocked authorities online, even taunting the Mexican president who had called another escape unforgivable. Corridos celebrated the feat, and El Chapo once again became a symbol of the state's failure. The hunt resumed. Even as he courted Hollywood attention by meeting actor Sean Penn, Mexican Marines closed in. In January 2016, a raid in Los Mochis led to a shootout. True to form, El Chapo tried one more tunnel, this one hidden behind a bathroom mirror into the sewers. But this time, he was captured. He was sent back to the same prison briefly, then transferred to the United States, to a facility often called the Alcatraz of the Rockies. There, he spends nearly all day alone, moved periodically between cells, cut off from his network. In 2019, he was convicted of drug trafficking, money laundering, and more, and sentenced to life plus 30 years. If you want more intense, visual deep dives into history's most daring plots, subscribe to SceneSecrets. El Chapo loved tunnels. He mastered logistics. He bought time with money and turned privacy into an exit. But even the greatest escape artist meets a wall he cannot bribe. In the end, what truly sealed his fate? Relentless pursuit, international cooperation, or his own desire to be seen?